Learn how to create a door for a locker or control cabinet in just 4 steps and familiarize yourself with the Contour Flange and Louver commands. You will also learn about the various options for designing corners. Depending on the profile design, different corners are created, which can or must be further adjusted. The settings have a significant impact on the type of production. Finally, let's take a look at the design, because ventilation slots can also be designed in different ways. These can also be created with just a few clicks. And with that, welcome to Sheet Metal Exercise 5, with the focus, secondary flange, close corner and louver. Secondary flange. Before we start with the exercise part, I would like to show you the secondary flange command, with all its options. So you can sit back and relax for now. As shown in the last exercise, a so-called base profile can be created using a sketch and the Contour Flange command. In addition, the basic profile can be supplemented with a secondary profile in a second step. If the Contour Flange command is restarted, the secondary option is also available. You can either select existing curves or create a new sketch. The sketch origin can be moved along the selected curve. The arc length option moves not only the sketch origin, but also the starting point of the profile. The orientation of the sketch axis can be changed by double-clicking on the arrows. The sketch plane is typically aligned normal to path, but the orientation can also follow a vector, for example. The second profile is now defined in the sketch. As in the basic profile, corners in the sketch are designed as bending radii. After completing the sketch, one or more edges can now be selected, to which the secondary profile is to be added. With the finite option, the flange begins at the sketch plane. Now the width of the flange can be defined. The relief option adds a slot at the end of the flange. For laser cutting and punching, I recommend the round setting. With the to end option, the flange runs to the end of the selected curve. To change the position of the start, the position of the sketch must be changed. By clicking on Sketch section, the sketch is opened again, and then the position can be changed with Reattach. With Symmetric, the flange could now also be designed symmetrically to the sketch plane. The Chain option also allows you to select multiple connected curves. And bang, flanges have been created all around. The bending radii of the first base profile are automatically ignored. But there's more. With the miter corners option, the ends of the flanges can also be cut at an angle, either from this direction or from the other direction. Close corner. Next, we continue with a flange that runs along the inner edges. Here too, the chain option is used to create a flange that runs all the way around. Several options are available for designing the corner. And the close corner option activates even more selection options. The open option opens the corner in the bend area and close it along the miter edges. With the closed option, the corner in the bend area is also closed. This causes the sheet metal to be compressed in the corner area. This is difficult to produce on a normal bending machine. It gets better when miter corner is also activated. The corner is now not completely closed. Just a moment, the visualization of the corner is a bit confusing. I create a flat solid to better explain the miter corner option. Here, it creates a radius at the tip. This reduces the compression of the sheet metal part in the corners. A good compromise between open and closed. But there are even more options for the corner. A circular cutout can be used to create a hole in the corner. You can adjust both the diameter and the position. Using the bend center option, the origin of the offset is located in the center of the bend. Alternatively, the origin of the offset is at the beginning of the bend with the corner point option. The corner between the hole and the miter can also be rounded with blend miter. The radius has a fixed value of 0.5 mm. In addition to the circular hole, other shapes can be selected for the slot. The next two options are self-explanatory. This creates a U-shaped cutout. And that creates a V-shaped cutout. There is also a separate command, especially for designing complex corners. This command will be covered in the next exercise. Tab and contour flange. The secondary flange could also run along the edges of a tab. If the tab has radii, the flange is guided along the radius. However, such parts are not bent, but deep drawn. This topic will be covered at the end of the course. However, as the part is to be manufactured on a bending machine, the corner must not have a radius. If I delete the fillet, a corner is created again, as was the case with the U profile. If the secondary flange runs along an inner edge, the corner cannot be closed.
And why not? An error in the software?
No, there is simply no sheet metal available. A glance at the flat sheet metal makes this clear. Creating the exercise part. The exercise part should now be no problem. First, a quick look at the default settings. Then the front side is created with the tap command. Keep in mind that the flange increases the tab by the thickness of the sheet metal all around. This means either reducing the dimensions accordingly or simply creating an offset curve around the rectangle. The distance corresponds to the sheet thickness, and the curves just created should be converted into reference curves. This completes the front. Next comes the flange. No problem with the secondary contour flange. The small sketch is created on the lower edge of the tab. The drawing specifies the external dimensions of the flange. Again, an offset curve is generated. But this time, the offset curves must be converted into reference curves. This is not necessary, but it allows you to insert the original dimensions of the drawing. After finishing the sketch, select the edge curves of the chain. The quickest way to do this is to use the Face Edges option, which selects all edges of the selected face. Create the ventilation slots with louvers. The door is almost finished, all that's missing is the ventilation. Such slots are created using the louver command. First, choose the on-plane option for the sketch again. Now a simple sketch line is sufficient. Once the sketch is finished, the shape can be selected. There are two options available, this side opening version and the closed version. Depth and width are dynamically adjustable. The direction can be changed by double-clicking on the arrows. And with the Blend Louver Edges option, the edges are rounded. The finished ventilation slot is copied using Pattern feature. The door is now complete. Depending on its size, it can be used for a switch cabinet or a locker. Stylish ventilation slots. If you want your ventilation slots to look a little more stylish, stay tuned for a moment. First, create a sketch with a circle that defines the boundary of the slots. Then create the first slot with louver. Important, the ends of the lines must be connected to the circle with persistent relations. Furthermore, the circle must not be part of the sketch. Also important, the dimension must not refer to the circle, otherwise you will get an object that depends on itself. Now you can copy the slot. As usual, select the linear layout and count and pitch as the space option. Select variational here, and select the sketch of the circle under reusable references. This repeats the constraints of the line to the circle at all positions. And that makes your door look much more stylish. How important is design in construction? Let me know what you think in the comments, or send me an email at info@learnnx.com. Oh yes, you can find more information on copying with references under link 1.